Hello out there folks, it's Dave from davestation VR, and today we're going to be talking about Pirate Flight VR for PSVR. Now, the developer bills this game as the most casual flying game ever. So, no takeoffs, no landings, you just start in flight and stay in flight, and it's very much aimed at sort of a arcadey, quick experience as opposed to something like Ultra Wings. So there's a total of 90 stages here, and those are split up across 3 different levels. There's like kind of a tropical island place, there's a jungle, and then there's an ice world. And there's 3 game modes overall. You've got the Ring Challenge, which is pretty much just flying through rings, pretty standard. Then there's a race, which is cool because we don't really have a racing game like this on PSVR. And then finally there's a balloon popping mode. You've got a gun attached to the front of your ship, and you've got to pop balloons either stationary or on a moving target. You're going to be playing with the DualShock. There's no move support in this one. And for now, options-wise, the blinders are mandatory, but the developer has said that he will be removing them ASAP, so look for a patch in the next week or two to remove those blinders. The price for this one's going to be $15, and I'd say it comes in around 2 to 3 hours of game time. So right off the bat, some people may not be into the art style here, but I really enjoyed it. It reminded me a lot of some classic Nintendo 64 games. The developer said that he was inspired by Diddy Kong Racing and Mario Kart and all that stuff, and you can really see it. It's very colorful, very simple, but it pops really well in the headset. Now from the graphical style, you can probably assume this is aimed at children mostly, I would say, but anyone with an interest in flying games and these kind of retro graphics may want to give it a shot. It starts out almost off-puttingly simple. The first few stages you're like, wow, that was so easy, I beat that in 30 seconds. But it starts to ramp up the difficulty, and I was surprised how exciting it gets once that happens. Certain mission types can be a lot of fun, especially the harder balloon levels, because you've got moving targets. And so those almost reminded me of something like a battle mode in Mario Kart. Unfortunately, they don't fire back at you, but you know, it's the closest thing we got in VR for now, and I thought it was a bit of fun. Now, as far as controls go, it's pretty smooth for the most part, but some maneuvers felt hard to achieve because there's some comfort limitations baked into the controls. So there's some tricky moves that you can't really pull off because the game says, oh well, we don't want to let you do that, you might get sick. Now, this is another thing that the developer is aware of, and he's going to patch in pretty soon. He's adding a hardcore mode, which allows for freer movement. Another minor issue I had with this one was the music. So pretty much all you hear is the same track on repeat, and it's really loud, and after a while it just starts to grate on you. Luckily, there is the option to switch off the music, which was good, and you can just throw Spotify on and whatever you feel like listening to. So it's not the biggest issue, but just something worth mentioning. I know a lot of people are going to say that this seems like a knockoff of Ultra Wings or like a budget version of Ultra Wings, and it's really not. I like the focus on the short, casual missions, and the racing and balloon modes are pretty well done and a unique offering as far as VR flying games go. The quick missions also really keep up the momentum, and I found myself wanting to play another one, and kind of getting sucked in when I would sit down with it. Now, this isn't the most polished or, you know, there's not the most content in the world. It's definitely kind of a budget title, but it's really impressive to me for a one-man development team, and he's supporting it after launch, throwing in all kinds of patches to respond to feedback, and that's always a good sign. We like to support that stuff around here. So I think definitely this is going to be worth it if you've got kids, or if you're a flight buff and you're looking for kind of a more arcadey, casual experience than Ultra Wings. Other people may want to wait for a sale, or make sure they wait till the blinders in the hardcore mode get adjusted. But overall, I was pretty pleased with this one. I was surprised. I didn't expect much from the trailers. I know a lot of people didn't. But once you get in the headset, it's a decent amount of fun for $15. So I would give this one a recommendation. As always, folks, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and leave me a like or a comment or a subscribe, whatever you feel like doing. Oh, and I'm going to give away a bunch of codes. So, there's some free codes. Go grab them. Alright, first come, first serve. See you guys later.